Good afternoon, students. How are you all? I hope you all are fine. Now we will see history's first lesson, Our Past, Part 3. This is the book we have to follow, textbook in history for class 8th. Then, if you see index, there are 10 lessons, out of which 5 we have to complete in the first semester. And now we will see first lesson, how, when, and where. Before we can start first lesson, children, you may remember last year in the beginning I spoke that history is created only by those people who know history, who study history. That means people who know their history, only such people can create history. So in this way I suggest you all to study history, learn history, so that you can also create history in the future. So let us see in this lesson what is given. Okay, if you can see, uh, the first one point we have to see introduction, how important are dates. Second point, James Renal, Britannia. Third point, history is referred to as an span of time. Fourth point, criteria to select a set of dates. Then fifth one, Governor General's rule till Viceroy prior to British rule. Then seventh point, criteria to periodize, classification of Indian history, what is colonial, sources of writing history, and the last point we have to study what official record do not tell. So let us start the first point, how important are dates. Children, we know that many of the historians were fascinated with the dates. There were many heated debates we enjoyed. Debates maybe in the parliament, maybe in the media, on which rulers were crowned or battles were fought on which particular date. So, history was synonymous with the dates. Yes or no? Then, in this lesson, we will learn how did it happen, when did it happen, and where did it happen. What is history? Events, places, dates, names, learning facts, and many such other things. When we see that history is certainly about changes that occur over a period of time, then we compare the past with the present. We refer to time. We talk of before and after, these two terms. Some people who are curious, they may ask questions. If they see a person taking a sip of cup of tea standing at the tea stall, that when this tea might have started for the first time. Suppose you are in a train, you may ask question yourself when these trains might have started. When you read newspaper, you may ask question yourself when this newspaper might have started for the first time, or what were the resources used before the newspapers could be printed. So such historical questions can be asked. You know that very well. Then on the first page there is one picture in which some Brahmins are offering their Shastras to Britannia. Frontispicities are the first map produced by James Renal. James Renal, who produced the first map of Hindustan, he was asked to produce that kind of map by Robert Clive, then Governor General of Bengal, in the year 1782. Okay, so that they can dominate India very well. It is clearly given there. You can see that. Children, here information about James Renal is given, and it says that he was the leading British geographer of this time, of his time. He constructed the first Indian map, and he joined the East India Company as a Surveyor General of Bengal in the year 1764 to 1767. This was the time duration he rendered his service for the company. Here is the information about Britannia. It's a English company formed for exploration of trade with East and Southeast Asia and India. Incorporated by Royal Charter on December 31st, 1600. This was the year when East India Company was formed. Children, this all historical questions does not have to be always precisely dated in terms of particular month, a particular year or a date. Correct. Sometimes it is actually incorrect to fix precise dates to process that happen over a period of time. People in India did not begin drinking tea in one fine day. It was a process. Same way, British ruled our country, we say, started ruling in which particular year. When we think like that, we can't say because it was a process. It was a big process. When our national movement started, when we think like that, we can't come to any particular date or year because it was a process. It happened over a span of time, an approximate period over which particular changes become visible. If so, then why do we continue to associate history with a string of dates? Because there is a reason. Yes, there was a time when history was an account of battles and big events. It was about rulers and their policies. You know that historians wrote about a particular king when he was crowned, when he got a child, when the next successor ascended the throne, and when the next dynasty came to power. Everything was recorded like that. So, for events such as these, specific dates can be determined, and in histories such as these, debates about dates continue to be important. Understood? Okay. See, in our history textbooks of the modern days, historians now write about a host of other issues also and other questions also. Which kind of questions? They look at how people earned their livelihood, what they produced and ate, how cities developed, markets came up, how kingdoms were formed, and new ideas spread, and how cultures and society changed. Like this, now some other questions are also being discussed by our historians in the modern days, and in our history textbooks we can find that.